Check out this Rasmussen poll, came out over the weekend on possible 2024 candidates. Donald Trump, and this surprised me, don't forget, we're only 8 months into Joe Biden. All right, so this should still be the honeymoon phase. I mean, 8 months is early in a presidency. He's not even at the 25% of the way through, which is scary. But Donald Trump would beat him 51 to 41%. This is Rasmussen, by the way. It's not Trafalgar. But take a look. Let's say Joe Biden, he'll be 82 years old come 2024. Let's say Kamala is the president. 52 to 39%. That would be, I mean, Donald Trump would wipe the floor with both candidates if those numbers are accurate. Again, this coming from Rasmussen. Rick, what'd you make of that?
Well, I think it's a reflection of the fatigue that everybody has of Joe Biden and certainly Kamala Harris. And I think if the Republicans should be, jumping up for joy, I think the fact that Kamala Harris is VP has shown the American public, not just Republicans, but Democrats as well, how bad of a candidate, how bad of a vice president, and how bad of a potential president she would be. So I think when you look at that poll, I think that poll is very much a reaction to how bad Joe Biden's policies are. And what I would be most curious about is that moderate number, because those are your swing voters are the ones that are really going to matter in the end. But that, given the gap in that poll, I mean, President Trump's in a great place. If the Republicans have good success in 2022 in the midterms by taking back either of the houses, President Trump's going to get a lot of credit for that, and that's going to put him, on the pedestal to run if he decides to do that.
That's a great point. I think it's certainly a bellwether for 2022, 13 months away right now. Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.